The Philippines is famous worldwide for its highly skilled nurses. Every year, thousands of Filipino women and men train for a profession that's increasingly in demand as the world's population continues to age. But the country that produces some of the world's most skilled nurses often can't keep them at home because they can earn far more overseas. Many nurses migrate to Saudi Arabia, among them Fernando Urrutia, who found his experience hard at first.
I'm crying for 3 months because, number one, the language. You know, Saudi Arabia, they speak Arabic.
The exodus of nurses has led to a crisis in the country's healthcare. Leah Primitiva Paquis of the Philippine Nurses Association.
Now, many of our matured and experienced nurses are out of the country.
For some migrants, the dream of finding a new life abroad turns into a nightmare of exploitation, especially in sectors where there's little protection from national legislation, says Gloria Moreno Fontes Chamartin of the International Labour Organization.
For us, it is very important, for example, the issues of migration status. Are they going abroad documented or undocumented? As you know, when they are going abroad undocumented, they are much more vulnerable.
The protection of Filipinos working abroad has been a major concern for the Philippine government. For more than 40 years, it's been building agreements with countries which hire Filipino nurses and other workers. In partnership with overseas governments, the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration regulates recruitment, contracts and employment in destination countries, especially in Saudi Arabia, says Hans Kakdak, who works for the organization.
I think it's a model in Asia because as far back as the 1970s, there is a network of administrative protection, a set of guarantees of rights of our migrant workers, if and when they do work abroad.
Thanks to this protection, Fernando Urrutia got help and support whenever he needed it from the Philippine Embassy in Saudi Arabia and from his own government back home. The rest was up to him.
When going to one country, you have to embrace their culture as well, so that you can stay. That's why, you know, that's the reason why I stayed in Saudi Arabia for 15 years.
And it turns out the brain drain effect of migration isn't the whole story.
We're also emphasizing the brain gain effect, which is at some point in time when these nurses return, they shall have derived a wealth of experience abroad, more talent and more skills, and therefore they may bring it back here to either reinvest and share the skills or talent that they have acquired abroad.
These student nurses are benefiting from this brain gain effect. They're learning from the insights of their teacher, Fernando.
I want to share my knowledge, I want to share my experiences to these student nurses because they are the new generations, and it's not, I mean, nursing is not just like you want to earn dollars. It's a vocation, it's a calling.
This report was prepared by the ILO for the United Nations.